Hey, what's up? It's Jared with State of Tech. Today we're going to look at the top 5 cases I was able to find on Amazon for the iPhone 11 Pro. Now, I actually have the Pro Max, the larger one, but these cases are available not only for the regular Pro, but also for the 11. Actually, these cases are available for a lot of different devices, but they're highly rated on Amazon, and I'm always looking for a good case for my phone to protect it and give it a little bit of just maybe more gripability. And so I went on Amazon like I usually do and looked to see what the best cases were, and I have them here. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to take the case that I have on my phone off, which I will talk about in another video because I have more of like a premium case video coming up. These cases we're going to be looking at are cases that are on Amazon, and they're priced rather budget friendly. They're not that expensive of cases, so if you're looking for something to protect your new investment, these cases are really good. You don't have to spend a ton of money on cases in order to get a good quality case. Now, saying that cases that are more expensive are premium essentially just means that you're paying a premium price maybe for more of a brand name case. And I'm definitely going to do a video on that because there are a lot of cases out there that do have more of a premium price and maybe a little bit more premium features, but that's really arguable and comes down to what you look for in a case, which is why I like making these videos. So we're going to jump right in and start with the first case, which is from Supcase. This is the Unicorn Beetle. This is for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and like I said, they've got this case available in different colors and different sizes for the different devices. This one is more of a minimal case. It has a little protective film on the back that we're going to go ahead and peel off, and it also has a protective film on the inside that's just there that you will peel off before you put your phone in, so that way the glass or the plastic clear, you can see the back glass of your phone really easily. So this case is pretty nice, pretty simple case here, very minimal. We're going to go ahead and slide my phone right into the case, and wow, that's really a nice fit. What I like is that I could see the whole back of my phone, and you know, the new finishes that came on these iPhone 11 Pros are really nice. They actually feel really nice, and they're super durable, but I worry about just them getting scratched up. I love the fact that it is a different finish that's probably going to be a little bit more durable, not so much of a fingerprint magnet, which I've noticed on the phone, but adding a case definitely is going to add a little bit of protection there, and this case feels good. It has that kind of silicone feel to it, very smooth, not hard, like solid hard, but it's not very forgiving either. So this case is definitely going to add a lot of edge protection to your phone while still giving you the ability to see the back of the phone, which is really nice. Like I said, this case comes in a few different colors, so different color options are available. Links to this case are down in the description below. It's got good port access down here, and of course the speakers are fully accessible, so there's nothing that's blocking anything there. The buttons still have really nice tactile feedback, which I like. I like the flush mount feel. It has a nice cutout here so that I could still get to the switch. So overall, I'm really digging this case. I think it's a great start to our top 5 cases here. That's the Unicorn Beetle from Supcase. All right, moving on to the next case, we have the Torras case. This is another simple case, simplicity for life, it says. You know, the odd thing is that the branding and the messaging that is on the Amazon website is often different than what you see on the packaging. So I have all of the names and the links and everything down in the description below, as I've mentioned. This is another case that comes in a variety of colors. I opted to go for a bright red accented case just for the heck of it because, you know, you guys are used to me choosing black only cases, and I wanted to throw you for a curveball. So this case has a very minimal look. It's kind of a flexible case. It has red all the way around it, and since the iPhone 11 Pro models don't come with any flashy colors, I thought, why not give it a try? Let's go ahead and snap this into place. Wow, that definitely is interesting. not my personality type to have a case like this. So this case is very minimal, and it kind of mimics the feel of the phone. So it has the raised areas for the buttons, the volumes, and the lock screen button, and of course cutouts for the ports down at the bottom without really wasting any space. So I like this case because it is very minimal. I might have chosen a different color if I wanted it for myself to keep for the long term. I really chose the red just for you guys, because there were some of you in my previous videos that said, hey, how about something other than a black case? And so here you go, something other than a black case. So I do like this case though. The silicone kind of flexible cases are nice because they kind of wrap your phone really well. They give it good protection on the edges and the sides. There isn't a whole lot of face down glass protection on cases like this, but that's okay. It definitely does protect your case in all other aspects, and you could do a screen protector on the front if you really wanted front glass protection. So with that said, a case like this is very nice. It still has kind of a nice feel to it. Gives you a little bit more to grip without going overboard like some cases do. And so I like this case. It's very simple, very basic, and you can choose from a variety of different colors to give your phone a nice little accent. Moving right along, we are now at the Spidercase. Now the Spidercase usually is a little bit more involved of a case. When I did my Note 10 Plus case video, the Spidercase was definitely the most durable one. And so I'm going to slide that out here, and we're going to take a look and see what we've got here. So this case seems to be packaged, it's packaged nicely. It has like a little fake iPhone inside of it, so you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So there's a layer of protection over the front here we're going to go ahead and peel off. It does have a back protection on it too. I'm just going to go ahead and peel that off so that I can use the camera hole to kind of push through. There we go. Alright, so this is definitely different than the Spidercase that I reviewed for the Note, and I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. We'll get it in the phone, and we will save my thoughts until I have this case installed. Alright, so I think that it's going to, there's a little, that's on the outside. Alright, so let's get the phone in there. So you're going to install it. So this has full front protection, which is something that I do like. I mean, screen protectors are nice too. This definitely has a built-in screen protector, so that makes things a little bit nicer. Some screen protectors leave like a ridge on the edge, and that's kind of annoying. This obviously gives you full protection all the way across the front of your device. So you kind of have to peel this up over the top here just to kind of get it. I got a little bit more left here, snap it into place, and there we go. You know, at first I wasn't really digging this, but once you got the phone in it, it gave it a little bit more form, and it feels a little bit better. Now the edges are sloped back, which definitely feels a little weird, kind of that tapering towards the back gives it a different feel because the phone is not naturally tapered in that way. But what I do like is that it's full front protection on the device. So face down on the table with a little bit of debris on the table is not going to hurt your device. The case is going to absorb all of that. It has really good edge protection, a lot of protection, even more reinforced protection on the edges. Just it kind of extrudes out just a little bit there, which is nice. Everything works really good. Face ID unlocked really well. The touchscreen still works really well with that cover over the front. So, you know, nothing to complain about there. I think it's, let me go ahead and just lock it. Face ID unlock, very, very simple. So yeah, I mean, this case is nice. It's a little much for me, but it definitely adds a lot of protection to your device. Full all the way around. The only thing that's sticking out is the cameras, and there's a ridge on the back of the case also to raise it up, so when you do set it back down on a table, you're going to have some protection over the cameras as well, which is nice. It just doesn't cover the cameras like it does the front, and I wouldn't want something really covering the cameras because that's going to affect the overall quality of your photo. So as far as protection goes, this case definitely gives us the most protection. It's not necessarily my favorite. I'd have to really spend some time with this case and get used to it because it does add a lot to the iPhone. But if you want a case that's going to protect your iPhone, you're going to have to add a little bit of bulk to it. And that's definitely what this case does. All right, next we're moving on to a case from Tozo. This is their liquid silicone case for new iPhone 2019. I've always just found it fascinating because, you know, these companies get access to the specifications of the phone, but they don't get any branding or any information about them, so they kind of have to just come up with their own, and it's just really kind of funny. So this is a very simple silicone case. What's interesting is they call it liquid silicone, and the edges, like the back of the case, very rigid, but there are like edges of the case that are very smooth and maybe liquidy-like, I don't know. But I like the fact that it's super soft. I'm going to go ahead and slide my phone into this case. Now this case is nice and form-fitting, very minimal, doesn't add a whole lot to my phone, which I like. The buttons still have good tactile feedback. I've got good access to the port and speaker grills there, so everything is good. Obviously not much protection here, face down protection. I would need a screen protector for that. I would say this one almost has no face down protection at all, which is okay. This is definitely a case that you would put on your phone because you just want a little bit more to grip. You don't want to add much to your phone. You don't want to take away from the beautiful feel and design and everything that went into the phone itself, but you want to add a little bit of protection against it. Now this is definitely going to add some corner drop protection as well. If you've seen any of the drop test videos, you know that the iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro models can take quite a drop, but they do still scratch and get dinged up. And so adding a little bit of a silicone case like this is going to protect against those things in case your phone does take a fall. Of course, with a case like this, I would probably put a screen protector on. There is a little bit of a raised edge around the cameras, which is nice to help kind of keep the cameras off of the table. So a case like this isn't going to sit totally flat, but it's definitely going to help protect those cameras against being scratched if they're on any sort of a surface. And you just never know. It seems like the simplest of things end up scratching an iPhone, even though the iPhones can take quite a beating these days. So I definitely like this case. This gives it that minimal feel, which I like. I tend to not go with bulky cases. I just want something that's going to protect the finish of my phone. If anything drastic happens, obviously sometimes a case isn't going to protect you from that anyways. But a nice simple case like this is still going to give me the feel of the nice iPhone, the design and everything, while giving it a little bit of extra protection. All right, so we're on to our last case. Keep in mind, and I mentioned it before, all of these cases come in different colors and different sizes and all of that good stuff. So we're moving on to a case company called Spigen. This is their new Ultra Hybrid case, and this is a case for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and they have it in different sizes. It is more of a minimal case as well. It's going to give us kind of a nice view of our entire device. It has a protective film on the inside and the outside, so we need to take the one off of the inside first before we put the phone in. All right, so let's go ahead and slide it right into the case, and that's nice. That fits in really nice. All right, I am liking this case. This is a nice case. I just, man, nice and smooth. It has really good protection. It does add a little bit of heft to the phone, like as far as thickness goes. It's not as minimal as the last case that we looked at. It adds a little bit of front protection here, not a ton, but definitely enough to put this on a table that's relatively clean. You're not going to have any issues there. Good access to the ports and the speakers. Now this case also, it has a little bit of a raised edge around the camera, but it also has little raised edges around the edge of the phone as well. So a case like this should sit perfectly flat, and that's something that doesn't happen too much with phones these days. They don't sit perfectly flat because of just the way the phones are designed with the protruding cameras and whatnot. But a case like this with the little edges definitely is going to sit flat, and that's kind of nice. So I definitely enjoy seeing the back of my phone. It kind of gives it a little bit of a reflective too. because of the plastic. I'm liking this case. This might be one that I actually stick with for a little bit longer. I did enjoy the other cases. You know, there were different things that I liked about them, as I mentioned, but so far I'm really liking this case more. It has a nice silicone feel to it. The back of the phone, you know, typically the iPhones, I haven't been too excited about whether or not I cover up the back or not. It doesn't really bother me too much. But this model of phone, just because of the unique camera, because of the unique finish on the back, I like being able to see it. And so now it's covered and protected, but I could still see it. I've got good edge protection, corner protection. The buttons feel really nice on the phone. And overall, I do like this case. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I showed you 5 cases, gave you my thoughts, but you probably have your own opinions, and I'd love to hear those down below. Also, what's your favorite color as far as cases go? I would love to hear that down below as well, and maybe I'll choose that as one of the colors that I pick for my next case style video. So that's going to do it for this video. Links are in the description below to all these cases for you to check out. There are the more higher rated cases on Amazon that were in and around the styles that I liked. So I wanted to showcase those to you so that you could see them a little bit better and kind of get a feel for them before you decide to make a purchase. So that's going to do it for this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up so that I know to keep making videos like this. And I hope to see you back in the next one. Take care.